Hey guys, I'm Andrea Gaich and delighted to be with you again for this top-up tutorial on Geza's, may not be pronouncing it properly, version of Winton's tune. I know that you've all been listening to the Geza's video of this, so you may have noticed that he's playing a lot of grace notes and actually different notes to what is written in the music, in the actual part that you have. This is quite common for this sort of folk music and gypsy music. It's so much is left up to the performer to add his own sort of embellishments and his own musical personality to it. And I think, especially in these sessions, this is what we'd also like to encourage. But it's a little bit like what Mark O'Connor and also Tessa Lark was saying. It's about finding that balance where it doesn't become, as I think Maggie said, too cheesy. So let's talk a little bit about these embellishments. You will have noticed maybe that Geza does very sort of fast grace notes on all of the minims. And what I noticed was that he didn't use any vibrato on the first minim, but then a lot on the second. So if I show you very slowly, using the grace note starting from the beginning, at the beginning, because it's the Swingara is part of the whole piece, he starts actually on an open A and then he goes and he vibrates and then, but then he does it again with the grace note. And then continues. And each time he does that, and then if you may have noticed that the second time he does it up the octave, which I think is pretty cool. So and again with a grace note, but he uses a 1-1. And he does a sort of sliding grace note. And actually slides are something that certainly Maggie and Mark were talking about, and Tessa were talking about in their sessions last week, if you were there. That really gives it that sort of folky flavour, and it's very much a sort of part of the character of the music. And if you noticed when Geza was playing, and he does this section up the octave, he does an F sharp, and he slides up. So use of the bows. So there aren't any bowings in the music. Again, it's that idea that this is really free gypsy music, and it's got to have that sort of complete. It's got to feel natural and be totally natural and be sort of effortless. And what I noticed when Geza was playing it was that he was using a very sort of clean articulation on the crotchets, and in fact we have a staccato marking at the start. You'll see that. So they're quite short and sort of in the lower part, and sometimes he even does them on a down. I noticed a very crisp sound, and then at the end when the melody comes again, the opening theme, he's using more of the upper half of the bows, but he keeps it really sort of very neat rhythmically, and it's a little bit like Tessa was talking about this, the right arm, Tessa Lark, the right arm being sort of the rhythmic house, you know, with that sort of rhythmic energy and almost electricity, and that's really important. You can see that and hear that in Geza's performance. So that is to do with the articulation and bow distribution. So let's give it a whirl. I'm going to count out loud and play at the same time, which I think is a really useful practice technique. So see if you can also do it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So what I would suggest you do in preparation is, of course, familiarize yourself with the music, familiarize yourself with this sort of gypsy style, listen to Geza's performance, sing along with it, dance with it, feel this music. And then, of course, be very patient in your approach, step by step, learn the notes, just watch for the 4/4, the 3/4 bars, watch all those accidentals, keep everything nice and free, practice counting out aloud and playing, and then start to make it your own. Start to allow yourself a little bit of freedom to just experiment with some different bowings, some slides, some grace notes, and enjoy yourself.